You know, it's funny because people try to make it seem like when people love fashion, that it's like some frivolous love or something. But, you know, right now, it's something that just started in New York like 3 days ago. It's called Fashion Week. And it goes on for like about a month and a half. And it starts in New York, then it goes to London, then it goes to Milan, then it ends in Paris. And why I'm so interested in the whole concept of Fashion Week is what happens is each one of these fashion houses, designers, they've got a design team, right? Maybe it's 5 of them in a small studio, maybe they got a big studio with like 20 people, but nonetheless, they work for, you know, 8 months, 9 months on one concept, the entire team, and then they have this one day where they have to show it and display it, and they go up against the idea of press and media and just the idea of like people just paying their bills with the things they created, their creativity, that thing that they work for their entire life. You know, so sometimes people, it's like they want to make a joke out of the concept of a love for clothing, you know, like it's not a form of art. You know, like whether it's a painting or whether it's music or whether it's rap, period. You know, rap, like Pusha T, like one of our greatest poets. But it's just to respect the common courtesy, to respect the creatives. Because creativity is the closest thing to love, and love is the closest thing to God, the #1 creator. You know, like, y'all see these masks, and, you know, sometimes they're right on websites and shit. They try to take the low road on the concept behind these masks. But these masks are, they're extension of the fashion house known as Mesa Margiela. And what's particularly incredible about Margiela is when I do my music, when I do Yeezus, and I create a new wave album, or I do 808s and Heartbreak, and I do something completely different than what people would expect. This is what this person brought to the world, an ideal. Raf Simons, that's his favorite designer. He was a part of the original Antwerp 6. I hope I'm factual with this information and shit, so please beat me up on the blogs if I say something wrong. I like being beat up, it's fine with me. I'm a bit of a masochist in that way. It's called not giving a fuck. AKA. But, you know, if I'm 90% correct about the overall intent of what I want to express to y'all tonight, then I think it's good enough to make a couple mistakes in the middle of it. But what I want to explain to y'all is the concept of this, what I'm wearing right now. Y'all might see this big poncho, y'all might think, oh man, that's like some army shit, that's cool, it's like some Star Wars shit. This guy right here, Margiela, he would take, you know, wait a second, do you guys want me to stop talking right now? So what you mean, this isn't like a dance festival, this is like actually like an inspiring artist in front of y'all, creative. So when they said I got moved because I was like talking to the audience about whatever, like that was kind of dumb as fuck for them to write that in the press conference. But nonetheless, Margiela, you know, he left his fashion house, and he's one of the designers that no one really knows how he looks. No one knows his face. He's very like anonymous in a way, and I know it's a lot of people that might, you know, run around with the Margiela sneakers and different things like this. So when I say, I hope I can make you proud, I hope I can make you proud. You know, like me, I'm a little black kid from Chicago that I fell in love with fashion, but it wasn't fashion. Fashion was just the box of creativity that the artists were inside. The painters, the sculptors. Because these are basically sculptures that we're wearing that these same people that could have been fine artists, could have been architects, could have been all this stuff, they decided to deliver their expression, their life, give to us through clothing, through a concept of clothing. So that, you know, the first time I went to the Gucci store and spent like 2 of my telemarketing checks on my first pair of loafers at age 17, it wasn't particularly because of the red and green stripe. I didn't realize till later, till I educated myself. To me and Virgil traveled the world. Virgil from Pyrex Vision and Off-White is here tonight. You know, until we like traveled the world and found out a lot more about it. Until, you know, I looked on Rennie's blog, who's here tonight, and found out more about it. That what I loved wasn't the red and green stripe or that signature of I'm down in his brand, but more Tom Ford's creativity and what he was doing at the Gucci house at that time. And it's about these human beings that fight. We feel pain to create. You know, we take our lives, we take the ups and downs of our lives, and we go into our studios, whether it's me at a music studio or attempting to do clothing, or whether it's the fashion designers, or whether it's the people that design this building tonight, or car designers, or the drum machine designers, or the programmers, or anybody out here that does anything creative. You know, so when I do those comparisons, when I compare police officers, soldiers, this type of thing, the comparison is that we're fighting to give the world something special. So if y'all, my favorite site to go to is called style.com, style.com. And if you, and I don't get paid to say shit like this, but I go there during Fashion Week, and Alexander Wang just had his show tonight, and it was beautiful. And we'll be spinning everything on Alexander Wang. Altazura just had his show tonight, it was beautiful. So what I'm saying is, I think people used to look at fashion like in a Zoolander type of way, like it was like a joke or some shit. And it's not no motherfucking joke what we do. Whether it's what Margiela does, but his expression. I'm trying to find the right word for the style of design it is, because Ralph Simmons is the same type, but I'm going to say the word wrong and get brutalized. Even if I had a fucked up word, I'd say it, but I just can't think of what the word is. I'll be mad when I get on stage. If I think of it, I'll cut a song later and I'll tell you. It's right in the middle of it. Like, stop! Stop that all in the light shit. I thought of what I wanted to say. You know, I have no complaints. I feel so happy, like, you know, just to hold my daughter in my arms and see the greatest creation that I needed God and my wife to help me with.
Where is she?
And everything I did was, up to this point, is really to have that, to have a family. And it's like, at that point, I understood what life is about. What's the meaning of life? Life itself. To see a life, to grow right in front of you. So I appreciate you all going on this journey with me for the past like 11, 12 years. And maybe the world will understand a little bit better, but even if I misunderstood, it's still all good. Cause I always find you, always find you.